So previously, we applied this migration to add city to our database. So you can see here, we added a migration code add city. And if we check our database, so you can see in the database, we have a new field called city. It has none values for existing data. And you can see here within the migration history, which had been automatically created by Entity Framework, we now have add city in here. So let's say we changed our mind and we wanted to get back out this column and we wanted to go back to just the 3 columns we had initially without manually reviewing this within SQL Server. What we can do is just simply back out the migration we applied here. And basically, in order to do that, what we need to do is we just want to go to the previous migration, which is this one over here. So we just want to go over to this one and get rid of this migration over here from the database. We will go back to VS Code. So back in here in VS Code, so you can see add city migration. It actually has the relevant code. So this is the method to promote it to production into your database, and this one is the down method. So these have been written by Entity Framework for you, so you don't have to manually write them. So what we need to do is bring up our terminal. So we'll go to Hamburger, we'll go to View, and then we'll click on to the terminal. And in this one, we're just going to change our folder to our application. And now we're going to run this command, which we ran previously, but this time we are going to give it a name of the migration that we want. So in this case, the migration name that you want to switch back to is this initial create. So now we have this migration in initial create. Notice we just type this part of the name of the migration, so we don't have to type the full name. And then if I press enter, then you can see that the migration has been reverted. So reverting migration add city, so it's gone back to the initial state. So if we have a look at our database, if I refresh this table, which is the one that's managed by Entity Framework, you can see now the only migration that exists is the initial create, and the other one has disappeared. Within the database itself, if I requery this, and you can see the column has been deleted. So if you wanted to run the migration back in the new one that you have, you can just delete the migration name and then press enter, and you can see the migration will get applied again. So add city has been applied. And if we have a look at the database, if I do a select on this, you can see that city has been added back in, and then within the migration history that's been added in. So if we just back out the migration one more time and go back to the initial create migration, what we can do is it leaves the files here. So add city is still a migration file that exists here. If we want to remove this one, then we need to use this command here, which is .NET def migrations remove, and this will actually get rid of the migration file from your migration folder over here. And then you can basically start again by creating a migration if you wanted to. So if I run this command over here, so here we want to add it back in because let's say we changed our mind once again, you can just run this command, and what this will do is it will recreate the add city file for you, migration file, and then you can apply this to the database.